Every student across the world at some point of time hopes to see that blissful moment when they wake up in the morning and school is somehow magically closed. The idea of exams getting cancelled is a dream only some of us dare to see. However, for 2 million children in Yemen living in the biggest man-made humanitarian crisis since 2015, the thought of going to school is a distant dream they only get to see in their sleep. The following report has more details.
In Yemen, attacks on children continue with no end in sight, as warring parties flout one of the most basic rules of war, which is the protection of children. Today marks the International Day of Education. This day was established to raise awareness of the plight of millions of children living in countries affected by conflict. The General Assembly resolution affirms that governments have the primary responsibility to provide protection and ensure inclusive and quality education at all levels to all learners, especially those in vulnerable situations. On the International Day of Education, the UN is sending a clear message regarding the importance of safeguarding schools as places of protection and safety for students and educators, and the need to keep education at the top of the public agenda.
The time has come to reignite our collective commitment to education. That means investing in comprehensive plans to help students recover from learning losses. It means putting education at the heart of broader recovery efforts, aiming at transforming economies and societies and accelerating progress on sustainable development.
Education in Yemen is still hijacked by the Houthi militia. A child's right to education cannot be safeguarded in conflict zones without education itself being protected. Education can be a lifesaver. Out-of-school children are easy targets of abuse, exploitation, and recruitment by the Houthi rebels. Schools should provide a safe space where children can be protected from threats and crisis.
The share of children leaving school in developing countries who are unable to read would increase from 53 to 70%. But the turmoil in education goes beyond questions of access and inequality. Our world is changing at a dizzying pace with technological innovation, unprecedented changes in the world of work, the onset of the climate emergency, and the widespread loss of trust between people and institutions.
The protracted nature of the conflict today is affecting the futures of entire generations of children. Without access to education, a generation of children living in Yemen amid the conflict will grow up without the skills they need to contribute to their country and economy, exacerbating the already desperate situation for millions of children and their families.